Hey everybody, Hot Sauce here. Everybody's talking about this possible crypto meeting to vote on the Clarity Act. I don't see it anywhere. I've been spending a lot of time doing my due diligence trying to find anything stating that there's a government meeting. Hey, a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors that we don't know about. Nothing official in the headlines. All the headlines are they're vague and roundabout. Don't look at it. When times like this get serious, I go to the charts. Telling you right now, I'm going to TA. Let's take a look at what it looks like here. So if we open up the XRP chart right here, here's where we're at. We can see, and I've talked about this, we've been in this downward trend, right? If you look, my yellow lines here are my parallel lines coming down from that back here from, what was that, January 6th, coming all the way down. We've been in a downward trend since then, as you can see. Now, there were some exciting things about bouncing off this bottom trend line right here at this 132 flag pattern. We consolidated in the sideways zone. Now, there is some compression going on. Usually what happens when you compress, there's a breakout. I got kind of stoked right here. I got my buy signal. This is a little more advanced. Okay, well, I'm not going to talk about that too much here, but let me just get the boom. We had a buy signal here, and this is moving averages crossing. Basically, the 5 and the 13 can be a strong indicator short term, and I almost got some more right here, but I just wanted to see if it would test this resistance line. And it broke through, but the next day we had the red candle. That's where I'm like, okay, nothing is confirmed unless it's tested the next day. What did the test do? Bloop, back into our zone. 132 to 150. Okay, that's our sideways consolidation zone. Now look at this. Let's get our next parallels coming down from that top of that resistance. Check this out. What's that look like? It's a downward movement from that resistance bounce. Look what else we got. Now, I don't want to say too much about technicals. It takes a lot of time and studying to figure this stuff out, but I got another sell indicator right here. Look what's happening. We could have shorted here and got a couple red days of candles, which would have brought approximately 8 to 9%, almost 9%, 8 something. Okay. Now, today, we're ending off the week. Let's zoom this sucker in. We are teetering right on that 132. Looking at these technicals, I have to see where that candle closes today. Okay. If you guys want to follow me on this charting that I'm doing here, TradingView, it's awesome. I got that link below. You always want to make sure you're clicking the appropriate link. There's so many scams out there. I have a verified link below. There's actually a discount. If you click that below there's a discount that pops up right away. So it is the proper one. Now, the thing that I pay attention to technically, we're getting lower highs. Look at that. A lower high, that's the close. The bottom of the candle is the close. Lower highs all the way down, as well as lower lows on the bottom side. The top side is lower as well as the bottom side. So that's a trend. And this is a full on, how many days is that? This is a week and a half going on 2 weeks. So it's moving down. Now, one thing that I have to point out on this is the RSI, the relative strength index. I really pay close attention to. So if you come down here, I've got it up on my screen here. I want to show you guys something. Now, back on when we saw that breakthrough March 15th, see that strong movement up that is above 50. When we have momentum above 50, this means that we could continue in that same direction. You got to pay attention though. Right here, look at the big kink. We got up to 61, which is heading into the overbought area, and it just boom, straight downward. It tried to do something and recover back to, this is all neutral. Anywhere 51, 49 is neutral zone. That's not momentum. That's that sideways consolidation going to the, look where we're at right now, people, and I just need to tell you this. See this sharp decline on this line down here to 37.8. That's downward momentum on this chart. Strong down momentum we're seeing on XRP. I'm sorry, I got to be the guy that says it, but I'm telling you. The other thing, too, is the Bollinger Band percentage has a similar story. Back here on the 15th, we're trading above that. It's the WAP, basically. Good, decent momentum for a day, and then boom, you got to watch the technicals. If you're watching headlines and the fundamentals, it's not going to help you. You got to look at technicals. It turned ever since then, the 15th. We're heading down. Got a kink. Ooh, whoopee. Still in the neutral zone, so it doesn't prove momentum one way or the other. Look at where we're all the way down. We're below the 0.07, okay, heading towards zero, which could be the oversold zone, but it could sit in there for days. Look, it can keep going. There's a lot of numbers below zero. Look at this, bunches of numbers below zero. So zero doesn't mean it's going to turn around by any means. So again, that's why I use TradingView. These things are right at your forefront if you want to follow me. That link's below there. Now, so very important, and I've learned, I'm speaking from experience, ladies and gentlemen. Fundamentals are important, right? With for God's sake, our president can say one word that's a fundamental perspective and it crashes the market. So yes, you got to pay attention to that stuff. But when we're sitting in this consolidation zone, don't listen to the chatter. Certain headlines, it's all these news outlets are all, even social media. Social media is turning into more of a mainstream news outlet that's just trying to get views. So one way or the other, there's headlines that don't make sense to me when I'm looking at these technicals. We have momentum to the downside, ladies and gentlemen, on XRP. Sorry to tell you that. That's all there is to it. So this is what's happening right now. We want to position ourselves early for when a move does happen, one way or the other. We're neutral. As we speak, this is market psychology. We're seeing this downward movement. If this closes below that 132, XRP has to retest that level to see if it's going to go down or not. Remember, this is not an exact science. We're not sitting here making jewelry. This is a range. So a little bit below that support and then retest, a little bit above, retest. We got to just pay attention to. I've got it, and this is my personal 132 to that 150. That's the trading zone right now. Now, if something happens that I hear about behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to share it right here. Just make sure you tune back in because took me a little bit longer today because I was doing some deeper research, but I will share it with you right here, right now. I am in these markets. I have my personal money in here. We got things going on in other markets as well, but the crypto we got to pay attention to because if you're not positioned, these things run quick. If there's quick turnarounds, and that you have seen if you are in the cryptocurrency space, you do know that. So we want to make sure the setup is already here. We're showing you what this setup looks like. Okay, track this with me if you want. It's real time. Check that link below. Like I said, that's all I got for you today. But just do your due diligence. Look at this stuff on your own. Don't beat yourself up and act like you're day trading or something like that because the psychology gets messed up when we start working on emotion. I spend my time in the studio, in the trading desk, and then that's it. I'll step away. I got my phone handy with all my notifications ready to go. If something pops, I'm going to check in with you and let you know. All right. Appreciate your time, everybody. Always thanks for checking in. Give me that thumbs up. Hit those subs. We're going to keep at this thing, see how it plays out. Hopstop signing it off. Enjoy your weekend. Do something fun. Reset that brain. Peace out. Peace out.